pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lori, please take roll call.
Just a moment, please.
A little louder.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
Commissioner Gaskell,
Present.
Commissioner Gatto,
Present.
Commissioner Hamilton,
Here.
Commissioner Manny,
Present.
Commissioner Merrick,
Here.
Commissioner Sepisi,
Present.
Commissioner Stockless,
Present.
Commissioner Gatto, I'm sorry, Chairman Gray.
Chairman Gatto.
Chairman Gray is not present, so Commissioner Gatto will be acting as chair for tonight.
Okay, quorum is present. Do we have any communication staff?
Just that Garrett can't make it and
Okay.
we run in it.
We'll now move on to the approval for the minutes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the April 4th, 2024 Plan Commission meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Gaskell, seconded by Commissioner Sepisi. Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carries. Item number 1 on the agenda is a public hearing to consider recommending that the village board grant the variation from the minimum two-bedroom dwelling unit size at 16714 Hillside Place to the petitioner Gary Sy of Chath Realty LLC. It's been notified that the petitioner has withdrawn this request. Do we need to close it or anything?
Nope, so overall, they had come to staff. We were trying to get them through. We thought it was going to be very quick. Turned out they were going to end up needing about like 10 variances. So they just decided to withdraw, but we had already published. So we just have to have it on the agenda saying they have withdrawn.
Okay. All right, let's move on to item number 2 on the agenda is a public hearing to consider recommending that the village board grant a variation to allow for the construction of a porch within the required front yard exceeding the maximum allowable encroachment to the petitioner Nathan Jench in the R2 Single Family Residential Zoning District. May I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Made by Commissioner Manny and seconded by Commissioner Gaskell. Anyone opposed? Okay, the motion is carried. Before we proceed, I would like to note that,
Sorry, you just have to ask
oh,
for a voice vote.
voice
Does
vote,
everybody
everybody agree?
Just say yay.
Yes.
Yay.
Aye.
Yay.
Now, anybody
Aye.
opposed? Okay.
Anybody opposed?
There you go.
Hearing none? Okay. The motion carried. Before we proceed, I would like to note that I've received a certification of public hearing notice as being published in the local newspaper required by state law. Anyone wishing to speak on this matter will be sworn in before they speak, but after the staff's presentation. Staff, if you could please, the publication is it this one? This one. Right here, I have it right here. And staff, if you could please proceed with your presentation at this time.
All right. So the address 9356 Pleasant Avenue, there's an existing single-family home on the site. It is part of the Tinley Gardens neighborhood. It's not a PUD, but it was an unincorporated area of Tinley Park. Built around the 1960s in Will County. It was, the entire community was annexed in 1997. This particular parcel, as you can see on the screen, is on the very end. It is actually adjacent to the WLS Tower, just east of LaGrange Road and just south of 183rd Street. This kind of shows a better aerial of where everything is, and I just want to give a little context of the neighborhood and kind of what happened. So this was an existing neighborhood, and then in 1997, when it was decided to be brought into the community and annexed, what ended up happening, it got rezoned to R2, but they realized with the bulk regulations, it created basically every single one was a nonconformity. Which really restricts what you can do with your property. So they did a blanket variance for every single, the ordinance states every single lot has a variance to exceed the minimum lot, or be lower than the minimum lot size, and also have less than the minimum lot width. Unfortunately, it didn't address any other bulk regulations, including setbacks and things like that. So many of these houses were also in the required 30-foot front yard setback. And that's where we are today with this particular lot. So he is at the end. They have a cul-de-sac kind of coming through, which also diminishes the front yard. So at the moment, the house is set back a little over 19 feet. And the required is 30. So it's already what we call legally non-conforming. While the variances that were granted help with the lot width and the lot size, it doesn't mention the front yard. So the petitioner wants to replace their existing stoop and put a porch on the front. So we allow for porches to encroach 35% of the required front yard setback. He's already in the front yard setback by 10 feet, so anything, even the stoop couldn't be rebuilt because he's already all the way into that encroachment. So he is just requesting that he replace the stoop, allowed to elongate it along the front of the house to create a porch, and that's really what the variance is for. So the hardship really isn't created by himself, it's been created by the annexation and the unique shape and size of the lot. So just to give you a quick, and this was in the packets, the top left is the existing house with, and you can see the stoop with the covered area canopy, and the bottom right just shows he wants to, where the porch is gonna be. It's going to match, the shingles will match. It's gonna be shingled with a pitch slope roof. He'll have composite decking. And then the spindles and everything will be painted wood to match his trim. So overall, just beautifying the front of the house, and just, they need the variance to allow it to actually be built there. We've also just added site plan and architectural review just as a commonality that we do since you guys, so we're just decided since they're adding an addition, you guys can take a look at it as well. So that ends my portion. I believe the petitioners are here. If they want to speak, they can, or if you guys have any questions, they're here as well.
Do you wish to speak?
That sums it up pretty good.
Okay.
Unless you guys have questions.
You know what, can I swear you in, just so? Can you sign in too there, right there for me? Thank you. Do you swear and affirm that the evidence that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Please proceed. Do we want to go through? Does anybody have any questions? We can start over here. Commissioner Hamilton?
No questions.
Commissioner Merrick? Commissioner Manning?
Oh, no comments.
Nothing from me.
Nothing.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Stock loose?
The only thing I see in here is the telephone pole in the back. Is that yours or ComEd's or the telephone company? Because that thing is leaning quite big.
The one to the, oh, that is, I believe, ComEd's and AT&T
Has
and
ComEd
Comcast.
made any attempt to straighten that?
No, that is actually in my neighbor's yard. They have straightened like all the ones on my west side that you can see. They had to fix the poles actually because those lines actually hit the house before. And that's when I bought the house, was after the fire, and it got redone. But yeah, I mean, that is in the neighbor's yard.
Okay. That's fine. I'm just
Yeah.
surprised that they passed the building of this with that pole the way it is. Has anybody even reached out to ComEd to see if they're planning on straightening it?
Not of my knowledge, no.
Okay, I don't have any questions either. I think the design looks great, and I don't see there being a problem. You're on a cul-de-sac, dead-end street, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
You have no neighbors on the other side of you. I think you're good, so.
I do have one question
Yeah.
now. Is that projecting out from the house the same distance the old porch is?
Oh, I'm actually bringing it back towards the house.
Oh.
Because it's probably 2 feet back from what the steps came off the south end of the stoop. And now they're gonna come off towards the driveway, so.
I see. Okay.
All right. Is there anyone else from the audience that would like to speak on this matter or have any questions? All right, seeing none. Can we have a motion to close the public hearing? You can take a seat.
All right, thank you.
Who said motion?
Steve.
Okay. Second.
Second?
Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Sepisi, seconded by Commissioner Manny. Everybody that's in favor of closing the public hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Staff, can you please present the standards?
Sure. So the standards are up on your screen here. The three main ones, given answers for them. Overall, variances, there should be some sort of hardship on the land itself or something that the code did not create or the person did not create themselves. This is pretty textbook. It is already an unusually shaped lot. It's already been granted variances due to when it was annexed into already being non-conforming. And overall, he's not expanding on any non-conformities. He's actually reducing it somewhat out of the front yard, but also it won't have any negative consequences to the other residential properties. If anything, he's adding character to the community.
Perfect.
And also the site plan and architectural standards are up there in case.
Okay, may I have a motion regarding variation?
I'd like to make a motion to recommend that the village board grant the petitioner Nathan Gent a variation from section 3.H.1 of the zoning ordinance to allow the construction of a porch within the required front yard exceeding the maximum allowable encroachment of 35% at 9356 Pleasant Avenue, the R2 zoning district, according to the submitted plans, and adopt the findings of fact as listed in the May 2nd, 2024 staff report.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Gaskell, seconded by Commissioner Stocklus. Lori, please take roll.
Commissioner Gaskell?
Yes.
Commissioner Hamilton?
Yes.
Commissioner Manny?
Yes.
Commissioner Merrick?
Yes.
Commissioner Sepisi?
Yes.
Commissioner Stoklos?
Yes.
Acting Chair Gatto?
Yes. All right, the motion is carried. May I have a motion regarding the site plan approval?
I'd like to make a motion to grant the petitioner Nathan Gent's site plan and architectural approval to allow for the construction of a porch within the required front yard exceeding the maximum allowable encroachment at 9356 Pleasant Avenue in the R2 zoning district according to the submitted plans and adopt the findings of fact as listed in May 2nd, 2024 staff report.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Manny, seconded by Commissioner Gaskell. Lori, please take roll call.
Commissioner Gaskell?
Yes.
Commissioner Hamilton?
Yes.
Commissioner Manny?
Yes.
Commissioner Merrick?
Yes.
Commissioner Sepisi?
Yes.
Commissioner Stoklos?
Yes.
Acting Chair Gatto?
Yes. All right, this motion is carried. This item will go to Village Board on May 21st. Good luck. All right, item number 3 on the agenda is a public hearing to consider recommending that the Village Board grant the petitioner Shu Hua Wang on behalf of Health Spa a special use for massage establishment at 17129 88th Avenue in the B1 Neighborhood Shopping Zone District. May I have a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Gaskell, seconded by Commissioner Stocklus. All those in favor of continuing the public hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Hey.
Anyone opposed? Okay, the motion is carried. Before we proceed, I would like to note that I've received certification of the public hearing notice as being published in the local newspaper required by state law. Anyone wishing to speak on this matter must be sworn in before they speak after the staff's presentation. Staff, if you could please proceed with your presentation at this time.
Thank you, Acting Chair. So this property is at 17129 88th Avenue. It is one of several inline tenant spaces in the development called the Tinley Center. So this space is currently an existing massage establishment known as Health Spa with an owner by the name of Manu Huang. Co-tenants in this building include Jet's Pizza, Ultimate Driving School, State Farm, Crown Nail Spa, Salon 88, etc. The property is zoned in the B1 Neighborhood Shopping Zoning District, and this request is a special use. The special use for massage establishments came per a code change we had in the beginning of 2023. The history on this particular property, the existing business owner, Ms. Huang, previously had changed the establishment's name from Happy Feet. This was after an incident in 2022 where an employee of the establishment was arrested per a complaint. Ms. Huang, rightfully so, attended the licensing hearing and has since worked to ensure lawful operation following that. This incident, as well as other situations, spurred the code change that then followed here. We, as a result of that, made a specific definition for massage establishments. Previously, they were considered a personal services establishment permitted in the B2, B3 district by right. So we have made it as a massage establishment, it's a less permissive type of use. The public hearing process with the special use also has the petitioner provide a proposal and to stick to that proposal. Background check is something that we also do prior to scheduling the public hearing with the village police. So as I mentioned, massage establishment requires a special use permit. This is always triggered as part of our change in owner/use process in community development. So the zoning is special use for massage establishments in the B1, B2, B3, and B4 zoning districts. The primary concern that we would foresee with this type of use, based on the standards that we consistently review for special uses, would be the first standard regarding public health, safety, morals, comfort, general welfare. Staff has thus created a drafted condition attached to this motion for your review and village board to require background check for future employees. And if not met, the business can be cited or closed. That would be part of the ordinance that would go along with this particular owner of this establishment. Below that is the very long description that we defined as massage establishment, so this fits squarely in that definition. As far as the specific petitions, so again, Ms. Shuhua Wang is the petitioner. She intends to purchase the existing health spa massage establishment business from Ms. Manu Huang. Ms. Wang will not be performing massages. She will just be the owner. She currently is proposing one employee who she gave the village by name, and both Ms. Wang and that employee have gone through a complete and satisfactory background check with village police. So as far as the space, we have 3 massage rooms, a restroom, a storage room. She does intend, based on business in the future, to hire more employees if that works with her, the success of her business. So there's more rooms than employees, but that would be anticipated to change, and she has already acknowledged and understood that we would likely require background checks on all future employees. The purpose of the massages, her business goal is to alleviate ailments of pain, discomfort, anxiety, fatigue, using a broad range of techniques and styles. The hours are proposed as Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m., As far as the space, there's no remodeling. It's just as it is. That concludes my presentation. I've got the standards up on screen. So both Ms. Wang and Ms. Huang are here. Ms. Wang does have a Chinese translator with her who will be translating.
Okay. The petitioner, would you like to speak? I can swear you in. I'll have to, are you the
I'm the translator.
translator?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to swear you in also.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You want to swear me in or swear me?
So we'll start with you and then I'll,
Okay.
okay. Do you swear and affirm that the evidence that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please state your name too.
William Tom.
Okay.
宣誓
Okay.
應
Do you-
講真話，
Do you swear and affirm that the evidence that you're about to give will be the truth,
應承講真話就係真話，對
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
對對，明白。
Yes, yes.
Okay. And then, can you state her name too,
Oh,
please?
her name?
Shu Hua Wang.
Okay, perfect. Can you both sign in on there also?
Sure. 7 minutes.
Acting Chair, would you be able to swear him in per the script for the agreement to accurately translate?
Okay, so I have to say that too? Okay.
You get a good curveball today.
Okay,
Sorry.
so,
Let's get her footage.
so even though I swore him in,
Mhm.
I have to swear him in and say you're going to be the translator? Or,
There is on the script note there with language to say that he affirms to correctly and accurately translate.
Yeah, that was a recommendation
Oh, I
from the
see it.
village
Village
attorney.
attorney.
I see it, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to swear you in again, there's
Okay.
another line. Do you swear and affirm that the evidence above that you are about to translate for the petitioner will be correctly and accurately translated?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go through the commission first to see if they have, before we go to the audience. Let's start over here. Commissioner Hamilton?
I don't know if it's an appropriate question, but just curious why Mrs. Huang is selling the business.
佢點解賣嘅生意啊？ Let me repeat that. She's a little nervous.
Yeah.
你點解賣嘅生意啊？ Sorry about that.
That's okay.
你點解要賣嘅生意啊？ She said she didn't understand the question, so because the business is actually hers.
Okay.
So she's the one buying it, so. she's
Yeah,
kinda
so they,
confused
yeah,
on-
they just want to know, he's asking why she's selling the business. So did she want to come, does she speak English?
She
Okay.
speaks English.
Oh, okay.
So, she could answer
Okay,
it.
let me swear you in too.
係啊，佢問緊你啊，點解賣生意？
Do you swear and affirm that the evidence that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Will you answer her? Yes.
Yes,
Sorry about that.
That's okay. And can you just state your name too, please, and sign
my
in?
name is Emmanuel Hong.
Okay. And can you just sign in, please, too? Then Commissioner Hamilton, you want to ask your question again? since-
Yeah, sure. It looks like nothing's changing, either in the building or the operations. Just curious why the sale now?
She want me to translate for her. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
我幫你答佢問點解你賣嘅生意俾佢喎？ I'm traveling back to China for some business, so I want to give it to a friend that could take care of the business, so I'm just giving up the business, but nothing is actually changing, besides Juvie.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Merrick?
I have no questions.
Commissioner Manny?
No comments.
No question.
Nothing at all. I'm good.
I don't have any questions either. You can have a seat. Is there anyone from the audience that would like to speak? Okay. You can have a seat also. I'm going to swear them in. Can you state your name, ma'am?
Tony Yadrin.
Okay. Hi, Tony.
Hi.
Do you, once you sign in, I'll swear you in.
Okay.
Okay, Tony. Do you swear and affirm that the evidence that you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, you can proceed.
My family moved into an area that's adjacent to that. You can see it from our backyard in 1990, and back then the strip mall was there, but there were no businesses like that, and things have changed over the years. But we became concerned when in 2022 that the undercover policeman, the incident with prostitution, came up, and it was named Happy Feet then, which we were assuming was not a real massage type business. But now, since then, I don't know if it's the owners of the building or whatever, they've improved the outside of it, and now they want to do this massage parlor with no changes on the inside, so they already have 3 rooms for massages with the intent to hire more people to do that. And we're concerned because we have grandchildren that come to our house. The building, the strip mall, is adjacent to and surrounded by residential homes and townhomes. There's no other business there. And we're wondering why that should be allowed to be in that building. Because there are no other businesses. There's a high school a half mile down the road, if that much, and it's very worrying to me.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I can add a
Yeah,
little
go ahead.
context or intro. So for the most part, because of some of these incidences that have happened in the recent past, we actually changed massage establishments were originally outright permitted in certain commercial zones. So there was never any public hearings. There was none of this going on until now. We actually just changed it last year. This is the first time this has come up. Lori and myself, planning staff, police, and the licensing, business license, we all got together and decided what's going to be an appropriate path to move forward to make sure we stay on top and start regulating these at a better effect to avoid these kinds of situations. So on top of that, we've made this a special use now, so it gives an opportunity to let all the neighbors know what's coming to town and gives you an opportunity to stand here and speak how you feel about it. So that's number one, that we're trying to add, some transparency on top of that. 2, the police have come up. We are now doing we did background checks before, but now even before they come to this hearing, before they can even go into the building, they have to clear a background check, and all employees have to. So if they are granted a special use as well, it'll be throughout time, it's tied to the owner. Whenever they hire people, they have to go through they have to get their background checks and get approved by the police. If they don't, their special use can be pulled, and then they can't operate their business. And then number 3 is the police have come up with some other standards they are going to start conducting, such as having pictures on the licenses, having those post interior on the inside. When they do spot checks, they can see, is this person giving massages? Is this the person that works here? And those types of things. So we're trying to come up with a more comprehensive way to ensure that massage establishments are run in the proper way and not have incidents continue to happen. So this is actually a proactive step by the village to help reduce the amount of concern from, nefarious things happening.
It's open 7 days a week, though, from like, what was it, 10 in the morning till 9, something at night? I mean, why, when some of those businesses don't stay open in that strip mall that late? There, I mean, what's to say a lot of cars coming in, a lot of, you know, I don't know. We can look out our back door and see, you know, we could see the back door of the business. I don't know. I'm just, and how often are the checks going to be made, you know, like to just show up there? I mean, I'm thinking it's a surprise, right? It's going to be like surprise visits, but.
I can't speak to that. That's obviously the police and their strategy on how to handle these situations. Like I said, this was us trying to take the step into letting the public know when these types of businesses come in. All I can say, especially on the, you know, for hours operations, things like that, that's kind of up to the businesses to decide. Different types of businesses are at different times. We obviously have different, you know, noise and light regulations to, you know, make sure that
Right.
you're not hurting neighbors. But for the most part, they've already, since we've done all the background checks and all the, you know, stuff beforehand, we wouldn't bring anything on purpose ahead here if we didn't feel like it was already vetted by planning staff and the police. They have a right to apply. It was outright permitted, and they have a right to apply for special use, just like you have the right to come and call your concerns, and we really are happy that this is working out, that the people can come and voice their concerns.
Okay. I don't know, Roz, did you want to say anything? Did you want to come up? Or Dave? I think I'm done, thank you.
Right now, because I'm still upset what happened with the prostitution in the first establishment. There was a high rate of.
You know what, I'm gonna have to, you're gonna have to, I'll have to swear you in.
Sworn in.
My blood pressure is borderline right now. Thanks for the offer, but no.
I think it's helpful to clarify too that there's a new establishment going in. It was set up for a massage establishment, which probably lends itself to being used again as a, you know, like, it's already set up. The new owners don't have to change anything. So it kind of already lends itself to being reused as that purpose, which, whether you don't want it or not, that's just kind of where the building is. Yeah, and I understand.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak further on the matter? Okay, seeing none, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Sepisi, seconded by Commissioner Stocklus. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Staff, will you please present the standards?
Thank you. Up on the screen, I have the standards that we use for special use permits. The first I'll read, as that tends to be the most relevant with this type of use, that the establishment, maintenance, or operation of the special use will not be detrimental to or endanger the public health, safety, morals, comfort, or general welfare. Finding is the establishment's use offers therapeutic health benefits to alleviate ailments, including pain and discomfort. The use will help improve the wellness and health of the public. The remaining uses I'll just summarize. The second, regarding being injurious to use and enjoyment of property. The operation will be professional in nature and occur within the tenant space during business hours between 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. The next couple of standards regard the normal and orderly development of the surrounding property and that adequate utilities, access roads, and other necessary facilities are met. Findings are that the building is existing, no changes are proposed to the exterior of the site. Next, adequate measures regarding ingress and egress. The operation has a frontage for customer access and is anticipated to only generate traffic that is similar to other commercial and retail uses. And then regarding the other applicable regulations, The petitioner has indicated they will meet all other village regulations. And then lastly, regarding economic development, the business is a needed service and employs people in the community. It occupies a commercial space in a neighborhood shopping center rather than be vacant. I have the motion up on screen.
Okay. Can I have a motion regarding the special use?
I'd like to forward a motion. I'd like to make a motion to recommend that the village board grant the petitioner, Shuhua Huang of Health Spa, a special use permit to operate a massage establishment at 17129 88th Avenue in the B1 Neighborhood Shopping Zoning District, according to the submitted plans, and adopt the findings of fact as listed in the March 21st, 2024 staff report with the following condition. All owners and employees require a background check to be conducted by the Tinley Park Police Department and must comply with all state and village licensing requirements prior to working at this business. If found in violation of this condition, the village may require the business to cease operation until all background checks or requirements have been met. Repeated violations of this condition will result in revocation of the special use ordinance.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Sepisi, seconded by Commissioner Manny. Lori, can I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Gaskell.
No.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Yes.
Commissioner Manny.
Yes.
Commissioner Merrick.
Yes.
Commissioner Sepisi.
Yes.
Commissioner Stokos.
Yes.
Acting Chair Gatto.
Yes. All right, seeing we have the majority rules, the motion is carried. This item will go to Village Board on May 21st. Now we'll move on to public comment. Does anyone in the audience wish to speak? All right, seeing no one, we'll proceed to the good of the order. Staff, do you have anything for the good of the order?
Not much. I want to thank everyone on the board for getting their statements of economic impact. Everybody made it by May 1st. So the city clerk thanks everyone. And I just want to remind everyone, all of you were invited to the business breakfast. It's on May 9th. I think the RSVP date was today, but if you wanted to come, just like email Carolyn Matera tomorrow, let her know you're going to come. We're finalizing seats and everything. And actually, Scott Ferris from Lakota will be one of the speakers, and he'll be talking about economic development and the comp plan and how those are going to mix together. Overall, on the comp plan as well, that's moving forward with Lakota Group. They're still gathering data. We're still working on timeframes to get interviews with each of you. They had to push it till May, so hopefully by the end of the month, we'll have interviews for everyone.
Okay. All right. Now we'll move to adjourn the meeting. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Gaskell, seconded by Commissioner Sepisi, and the meeting is adjourned.
No. Mike.
Oh, sorry,
I
that was you.
second it.
Stop loose. The meeting's adjourned at 7:40.